Carpe Diem Gas Safety Liner C2 here. Here's a new bus, and that means that I have to cover it, because, well, that's me. I'm not talking about an ROR bus, I'm talking about a real-life school bus. And you know me, I'm the bus nerd, so... yeah. Now, officially this bus isn't released. It's going to be released at the STN Expo later this month, but there have been some notes on it. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this, because this is a very, very interesting bus, to say the least, in pretty much every aspect. Now, how many of you guys have heard of Starcraft, the school bus company? I mean, I have. Like I said, I'm a bus nerd. There are plenty of people who have heard of Starcraft. The bigger people, like the bigger, more knowledgeable people in the bus community. And, you know, some people just haven't heard of it. And I don't blame them, because StarCraft is pretty strange, you know. They try and create these revolutionary products, but they don't really work out all that well. So, a few years ago, we're just kind of sitting around, and all of a sudden, StarCraft releases this brand new bus. It's a StarCraft body, a Type C, on a Hino, and I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture of it. Be prepared, it's not the best looking thing. You may or may not have seen this before, but this is what we were looking at a few years ago. Yeah, that's a very interesting bus. Now, don't get me wrong. There were some things about it that were nice. I kind of liked the more modern look of it. The body itself, at least, not really the front. But it was interesting, to say the least. Now, this bus really didn't make it into production. I don't even think there were any produced, other than the few models. You know, just the few that were driving around saying, hey, look at me, I'm so cool. I'm so cool that I'm not even going to make it into production. Well, you know, people like it. Tyler, if I'm not mistaken, is a big fan of these. He's liked these. And they do have an interesting design language. I'll give it that. But we're back again, where StarCraft just kind of releases another bus. You know, it's like, they don't really do timely updates like other manufacturers do, you know. Thomas, Bluebird IC, we expect them. We wait, you know, say 10 years for the next generation. Or if you think about, you know, technology, a new phone, they come out every year, you know. But StarCraft is just kind of like, oh, hey, we have an idea. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. That's just kind of how they are. So, here we are again, and I was sitting on Facebook earlier today, and scrolling down my feed, and I see this ugly bus. Now, I'm not gonna... okay, let me rephrase it. Very interesting, but very poorly designed bus. I'll be nice and say that. Now, this new bus is called the Starcraft Quest. Now, at least they have a name for it. Now, here's what I want you to think of. I want you to think of the Thomas Vista, the GMC Thomas Vista. Okay? And then I want you to put on the Chevy Suburban lights, the headlights from this previous generation. And then, let's see, what else? I'm looking at it right now. And make it have a flat front. And I want you to just think about what that looks like for a second. Just, you know, just get that churning in your mind. Okay? And then just imagine, like, it a school bus. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just like, why are we looking at this? You know, why is this existing? Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to show you. The StarCraft Quest. Okay? Here we go. Here's the StarCraft Quest right there. Did it look anything like that when you pictured it? I'll go ahead and show you an interior picture real quick. Right there. Now, this bus isn't officially released yet, like I was saying. And they're going to unveil it on the 28th later this month. Which is, what, 2 weeks from now? Yeah, 2 weeks from now. But it's just like, really? Okay, let me tell you some stuff about it. It's got a Ford engine, okay? That's fine. But why does it have the Chevy lights on it? I mean, seriously, did you guys see that? The front lights are the Chevy lights, like almost the exact same, if not the exact same, and it has a Ford engine. Okay, the steering wheel is a Ford one too. I mean, okay, I understand that you're partnering with Ford. I don't really care, but if you're gonna pull one with Ford, make it look all Ford. Now, let me show you the new Ford conventional thing. Let's see, CONVENTIL van. Let's pull it up. I don't even know if I'm. Ford van, Ford white van, maybe. Oh, here it is. I think this is it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just, never mind. I'm getting way off topic here. But if they were going to go with Ford, they should stick with the Transit, the Ford Transit, which is what should have happened if you were going to stick with what the Ford looks like. Now, this actually kind of reminds me of a ROR bus. I mean, it's just like so poorly designed. And I'm not saying that ROR buses look bad, but it just looks like something out of a video game. That's how bad it is. Now, is it going to be terrible? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it other than just seeing this news article on STN. But, it's a Type B bus, and the good thing about it is, well, besides that it's a Type B, it now has, the BE now has something to compete with. The BE can now compete with this, which is good. There's a little competition, but we all know that the BE is going to win in the end. But I think what they're really trying to get out of this is that it runs alternative fuel. Now, let's face it, the alternative fuel buses haven't really been successful yet. If we think back to the Transtech E-Trans, if I'm not mistaken, that bus was just, really, are you kidding me? It had a touch screen in the bus for the control panel. So think about the normal control panel that your bus driver uses, but a touch screen. And I think I ranted about this in a video a real long time ago, a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But you just can't have that in a bus. But it did run alternative fuel. People did buy it, not very much though. We look at stuff like the propane C2. That really isn't very successful to my knowledge. The most successful alternative fuel bus is the propane Vision right now. That's because Bluebird is doing such a good job of promoting it. I mean, we have stuff like the Propane Road Tour, which is, they're presenting these buses and, they blow up and stuff. But hey, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like it's going to happen to just anyone. I mean, seriously, this is, I don't even know what it runs, Let's see, it will be initially available in gas and CNG. Propane and electric powered options are scheduled to debut next spring. An electric bus. I ranted about this a while back too. Let's think about this. An electric car. We are not even an electric car. Just think about a bus. How much miles it travels each day, if I was to guesstimate around how much miles my bus travels in a day, it'd probably be around 70 to 80, if not more. Because, I just live in Texas and, there's a lot of different roads, a lot of communities. But we look at something like a rural area, that's a different story. If we're charging these buses, if this bus only takes a few hours to charge, we don't necessarily know how long it's going to take. And the gas, it could just run out anywhere. And yeah, there's going to be a alternative gas tank on there, but still, if we want the electric vehicles, it has to be done right. And I'm not sure that Starcraft is going to be the one who's going to do it correctly. But it's also going to come in two different configurations, a 47 passenger and a 41 passenger with a wheelchair lift. Let's see. Sorry about that. And this is, let's see, where was it? Quote unquote, we feel so fortunate to be in a position to have this product and its variable fuel nature It's a great opportunity, and it's two outstanding companies, he continued. He being, I don't even know who it is, school bus manager at Creative Bus Sales. That's who. One of the beautiful things about this particular platform is that Ford is everywhere across the country. There's always a Ford shop around to get things repaired if need be. Well, okay, I guess that's a benefit. You know, there's plenty of Ford dealerships, but are they going to be able to replace the Chevy lights on the front? No, they're not. You know, it's just, why? Why is this bus here? The interior, I'm looking at this picture right now. It is not modern at all. If you don't have a modern interior, what's the point of having it? You need something that the bus drivers can get used to very, very quickly. All of this stuff is just scattered everywhere. And we can't have that. I mean, bus driving is a very serious thing. You have to have all your controls at an easy access point. If you're having your controls over here and over here, over blah, 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 all that stuff, it's not safe because your bus drivers are looking around when they should be keeping their eyes on the road. Boy, am I ranting a lot. Man, I just have to get all this stuff out. We've been working with them for several years to figure out how to get into the alternative fuel market with school buses. They use their connections to come up with a platform that we could build a bus on, not just a minibus, but something bigger, something for the mid-sized market. When they did it really well. No, they did not. It was just, this is just pointless. I mean, for all I know, it could turn out to be like the Vista, where it was just kind of pointless, but a lot of people bought it because, you know, it was just something that, you know, districts could buy. But I think it's just going to be like every other. I am talking way too fast. I think it's going to be just like every other Starcraft bus. It's not going to be very successful. People aren't going to care about it. And there's going to be like one fan who's probably going to be Tyler. But I just don't see this, you know, just being very successful. I know that it's not going to be very successful. I mean, this thing is just like so all over the place. It's just like everything about it is just not put together right. If you want to do it, you got to do it right. You know, they should have done what Wayne did with their Wayne RD 9000. They should have went out to the drivers, the mechanics, supervisors, passengers, blah, 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 blah. They should have asked, what do you want on a school bus? Where do you want this? How can we do this better? All that stuff. And then made a bus based on that. Not just saying, oh, you know what? This looks good in my eyes, so it's going to look good in everyone's eyes. Oh, no, 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 boy, you are wrong. That thing is ugly. That's just the way it is. But anyway, there's going to be more coverage on this little bus. There certainly is when the bus actually comes out in a few weeks. I'll be certain to do a more in-depth video on it. Because this is just a basic overview. I don't know if there's more stuff. There's going to be more pictures, so I'll be able to see it a little bit better. You know, if there's going to be more articles, I'm sure some of the bus fans are going to be out there at the STN Expo giving their personal opinions on this bus, and then we'll be able to go from there. So, anyway, that's just my video on the Starcraft Quest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, over here. I don't know where they put it. I don't care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or I will poke you with this pen thing. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, share it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. Top video up here will lead you to my latest and greatest video. The bottom video down here will lead you to a random video. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching.